Good morning and welcome to day 2 of lockdown for me and all of you. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's tip on the chipping side of things. Hopefully it's something that can help your game. Put your comments down there, let me know how you're getting on with that. Also, I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. Always nice to have a little giveaway from FootJoy. Anything that we're going to be giving away over the next few weeks, obviously if we can't get them sent out to you straight away, it will be sent out to you when this whole virus type of shutdown thing is all over and the guys can go back to work properly. We're going to get some golf tips done today, but before that I have some jobs to do. I have to clean the windows at the house. It's a beautiful day and yeah, the windows need cleaning. Unfortunately when the sun comes out it just shows off those little marks all over the window, so I've got a job to do today. We've had one of the worst winters in the UK. Now the sun comes out, we're not even allowed out to play golf. Oh, there's a delivery driver at the front door. Let's go down and see if there's any more giveaways. Oh, thank you very much. You're trying to build it up to there?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that, like a super duper sonic ramp?
Yeah.
Super sonic ramp. Right, okay, do you want Daddy to help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can get up to there.
Okay, mate. Swing speed training. Here we go again. That step through is just... I'm definitely feeling I'm getting a little bit quicker. Back's definitely loosening up a bit as well. Right, day 2 swing speed training done. I'm feeling quicker. Now for all you expert window cleaners out there, excuse my performance here.
Oh no! It went in the bush.
Free drop from there, as Daddy didn't sort out the gardening this year. Yeah, good drop. Perfect drop. Perfect drop. Oh, tap it in then. Good shot. Oh! Right, tip for you now. Not necessarily something that you can probably work on now that you're at home, but it's something that you can have a little think about for when you get back out into the golf course. And it's when the ball is below your feet. Now the first thing you need to judge when you're getting set up to the ball below your feet is obviously how much below your feet it is, because obviously as you go down further beyond your feet, shall we say, below your feet point, the club is going to get further and further away from you. So you need to adjust yourself into that position to be able to cope with how far away the ball is from you. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Number one, you can grip to the end of the club, so just try and make the club as long as you possibly can. But the other way, which is probably the most common, is you've got to make sure that you get leaning over the ball a little bit more, so your posture is going to feel like it's tilting a fraction more over the golf ball. So what you've got to be mindful of this is as you tilt over the ball, it's going to push your weight a little bit more onto your tiptoes, which you have to be mindful when you're hitting the shot that you may lose a little bit of balance. By getting yourself more over the golf ball from here, it also is more than likely to make you swing the club more upright. And this is where your swing can start to change, and in turn your swing path might start to change. As you start to swing the club more upright on yourself, so the club starts to pick up a lot steeper from here, there's a good possibility that you're going to start to swing that club a little bit more out to win than you would normally do. The other thing that we've got to take into consideration in this particular shot is as that shaft starts to stand upright, this lie angle starts to drop more this way, so your toe starts to come down a fraction, and therefore we have this thing called face plane tilt. And that's where, if we take the loft straight up from this position, if we take it as a flat point, if we then start to tilt it this way, there's a good possibility that it's going to start to push the ball a little bit off to the right hand side. So if everything stays as normal and I hit a golf shot from this position, there is a good possibility with the out to in swing path and the face plane tilt of the club and obviously the standing up of the shaft, the ball is going to want to curve off to the right hand side from here. But a lot of you might be saying, well actually I hook it off this lie. What's the reason for the hook shot? Now the reason for the hook shot is that as you start to work your way into the golf ball, okay, as your weight transfers onto your left hand side, because of this slope behind me pushing me all my weight forward, it restricts my hip turn as I come through, so my body is almost like quietens down as I come through the shot. And then in turn what happens then is as the body kind of stops and the hips stop turning, that's where my hands start to react, and that's where from this position I can start to get that club face to rotate quickly through the shot, and this is where the hook comes from that you're seeing. So it's more of like a pull hook off this lie. From this position, what I'm trying to do at all times is I'm going to open my feet up slightly, so I'm going to get the feeling that I'm aiming kind of up the slope. My left foot gets pulled back, which in turn pulls my left hip back. This is going to give me a little bit more clearance as I come through the shot. Also what I do is I turn my left foot out slightly. Again, all that does is help me to be able to rotate my hip properly as I come through the shot and allow me to rotate the hips just that little bit easier. There are, however, times where I do need to hit a draw from this particular lie. So again, I'm not going to fight against this now, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to feel like I'm going to turn hard through the shot. The one thing I don't want to do is lean back into the slope. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to sat back onto my heels with this shot. I'm just going to feel like I can let the weight just fall onto my left side, not fighting this particular position, but I'm going to try and get quite active with my hands. So I'm going to just try and feel like I can swing around my body just that little bit more, and then as I kind of work my way through, I'm going to almost allow the body to kind of slow down a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that my hands work nice and quickly as I come through the shot. That is how I try and work the ball off those particular lies. It's not easy and it's not the most consistent in when I do it, but ultimately if I want to try and get that shape from right to left from this particular lie, that's what I try and do. Just try and activate my hands, allow my body just to quieten down a little bit as it works through the shot. But for me, it works quite nicely. Right, back to the gym work for me. But before I do that, I'm going to send you over to Dave Fuge, my TPI instructor, who just wants to give you a few tips on stretching out for golf.
Hi guys, Golf Performance by Dave Fuge here, coming live from my front garden whilst we're also on lockdown. I thought I'd bring to you a nice little horsey mobility exercise to help limber up those hip flexors and tight thoracic spine. Okay, so here we go. Press up position. You want to aim to get your foot to your hand, back hip down towards the floor, rotate that arm towards the sky as far around as you can go, and back to starting position, and then change sides. Aim to do 2 sets of 10 reps and see how you feel.
Let me know, put your comments down below. I'd like to hear what you do when you're playing off this ball below your feet lie. I think it's quite an interesting one that people have a few different techniques of how they do it. That's just a technique that I use when I'm playing this particular shot, whether I'm hitting a fade or a draw. That's just the way I do it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Remember, just be safe.
Here is a pipe cleaner, everybody. I'm going to make the pipe cleaner disappear. Abra, Dabra.